Welcome back, Year 11s, to Math in the Bubble with Mr. Daly. We've got episode 9 here, and we're going to go through a worksheet which is similar to what you'd expect to get on the internal. It's probably a little bit easier, but it's the gist of what you're going to be expected to be able to do. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I would have go into Schoology and open up in this week episode 9 cleaning task. This is the file that we're going to continuously refer to, so it'd be good to have that in another tab. Other than that, you can just sit back and watch. So two cleaning companies have different costs to clean people's homes for up to 6 hours. Clean Freaks charges its clients $21 per hour plus a standard fee of $32. So that standard fee is an additional charge, not like a minimum charge. And No Dirt charges its $26 per hour plus a standard fee of $14 extra. Make the tables, write the equations, and draw the graphs to investigate the following. Okay, so I've drawn this in my book, so I'm gonna just switch over and show you on my page. Let's just square that up. So one thing that you need to understand with linear equations is that the rate is essentially your gradient. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Anything that's comparing two units, so dollars per hour or kilometers per hour or dollars per meter, that's a rate, and generally that is your gradient on your graphs, on your linear equations graphs. And generally this standard fee, the additional charge, is your y-intercept. Alright, so just keep that in the back of our minds. But before we do anything with that, we just want to manually look at how much these are going to cost for each hour. So using your calculator, you can actually do this reasonably quickly. So for 0 hours, Clean Freaks is going to cost $32. And then after 1 hour, you would add in 21. So that gets you 53. Now, with your calculator, if you press plus again, you notice that answer will come up. So this is the previous answer, 53. So if we just add 21 to that, that'll get us 74. But what you'll notice, and it's common to most calculators, is that you can actually press equals again, and it'll add another 21 on. So this is a good way to just quickly get all your data. So just think, okay, we're adding on 21 each time. So if my calculator is set up to add on 21 each time, then that'll do that. 158, 178, 179, 200, 221, 242. In fact, I only think I had to go up to here because, yeah, I did actually, because I'm only supposed to go up to 6 hours, so I'll just lock that off there. And you can do the same with the no dirt one. So they start at $14. After 1 hour, that you would add on. See if we can get that in there. So the standard fee is 14, and you'd add on 26 each hour plus 26 equals 40, and then if I go another 26, then the answer is going to come up. 66, 92, 118, 144, 170. Right. Okay, so we don't need any of that. Okay, so now we're going to plot that on our, I might have to zoom out a fraction. Okay, so our first number is 32. So along the bottom we've got hours. So we start at 0. So this first one for Clean Freaks is their is the y-intercept. Next, for 1 we got 53, so between 50 and 60, about there. 2, 74, right about there. 3, 95, about there. 4, 116, about there. 5, 137, about there. 158. Okay, I'll use a different pen for the no dirt one. So no dirt starts at 14. Wait a minute, that's actually, so that's 10. That would be about there. Then it goes up to 40. 66. Oh, wait. There. 92. 118. So that one was above, you can our blue line. 5, 144. 6, 170. Right on the line. Okay, now we can just roll. few of these marks I was a little inaccurate with. It's okay. Right, so that's our two cleaning companies. We got Clean Freaks is blue and No Dirt is black. I don't know if that's very visible on. I should have used red pen actually. Oh well. Okay, so generally, if you can draw up a table, draw the graphs, and also translate an equation, then I'm pretty sure you can get it achieved with just those sort of skills. So it's actually a very easy standard to get achieved in. The next part of I'm just going to turn the droid cam off now. Part B, the cleaning cost at Clean Freaks charges for a number of hours cleaning can be calculated using the formula 21C equals 21H plus 32. So you can Clean Freak's equation, clean was C equals 21H plus 32, and this is pretty much the same as Y equals mx plus C, but we're just using different letters for X and Y. So C is the cost and H is your hours, and this is your rate, and then that is your standard fee, your y-intercept. Back to the write the formula for no dirt on us. Okay, let's do that. So it's set up the exact same way. This is our rate, so no dirt will be C equals 26H plus, so 26 times the amount of hours plus standard fee of 14. Easy enough. Okay, what's next? We've already drawn the graph. After how many hours worked will it be the same for each company? Alright, so you can see that on the graph and the table. So I'll just show that again. So at this point on the graph is where they're the closest. So but it's not exact. So you might wonder, how do you actually work out the actual point? Well, you need to use simultaneous equations, and the easiest way to do that is to set the costs equal to each other. So we have cost equals 1, so this is Clean Freaks, number 1, 21H plus 32, and No Dirt is 26 plus 14. So to find the point where they intersect, that'll be the moment that the costs are equal. So we can set these equations equal to one another. 21h plus 32 equals 26h plus 14. And now this is a same as an x's both sides problem. So we want to put all the h's on one side and all the numbers on the other side. So we're going to move. We'll put the numbers on the left and the h terms on the right, because if we move this 21 to the other side, it'll be subtracted from 26 and we'll end up with a positive number. So just moving this term and this term. So 26h minus 21, and on the other side we get 32 minus 14. So we have 5 hours equals 8. So 8 divided by 5. No, wait a minute. What am I doing? 18. So if we divide this 5 over, we get 18 divided by 5, which is going to be 3.5. So it's actually after 3.5 hours that they are equal. Sorry, you can't actually see my working there. So when I move this 5 to the other side, it becomes a divide by. I might just and 18 divided by 5 is 3.5, which kind of lines up pretty accurately on our graph. You could say it's just a little bit off because it's very hard to draw a graph that accurate on a chart like this. Alright, back to the questions. If you had $140 to spend on cleaning for your home, which company would you go to? So the answer to this, you can just read off your graph. You look at $140, track it along, and well, this one here is going to give you more hours. This is like 5.3 hours, and then this here is going to be 4.9 hours. So it's better to go with the blue line for which is Clean Freaks, for if you're trying to get the most out of your $140. Okay, back to a friend asks you to recommend the cheapest company. Who would you recommend and why? Well, it depends, doesn't it? Obviously, if it's going to be more than 3.5 hours, then you would recommend Clean Freaks, and if it was going to be less than 3.5 hours, then you'd recommend No Dirt. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's the end of the task.